Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a Sacred Union Energy Update where we take a look at the energies between the Divine Masculine, the Divine Feminine, what's going on in their connection. This is going to be hopefully a quick reading, but I am glad to be doing this today. So, yesterday was my birthday, and I want to say thank you so very much to everyone who commented, sent messages, sent emails. I can't thank you enough. I just adore this community. I adore all of you, and you just really helped me celebrate, and just it warmed my heart. So thank you so very much. It was a day that was filled with peace and joy, and I don't always have very good birthdays. It's been a struggle the past few years, the past 10 years, especially since I was sick. It was all about survival for me. But the past few years on this journey, it's really been about celebration now, about life, about living, about love. And I just really, really appreciate that and appreciate all of you sharing your love with me. It was a really, really good day, a really good week. So I really appreciate all of it. I just feel really blessed. We have a new deck. We have the Star Temple Oracle that I received from the shop where I work and do readings as a gift. So we're going to be using that today. And just as a reminder, this is the last chance. Next week is the last week to book a reading with me at my sales price, or to get my products or any of my services on sale. There are restrictions that apply, so do make sure that you're checking out my website, www.susandonspiritual.com. But if you are interested in having a reading with me, or a coaching session, or if you are interested or have your eye on any of my message decks or other spiritual goodies that I have in my Etsy shop or on my website, do make sure that you are taking advantage of the sale now. I price everything pretty low, so this is the only sale that I will have throughout the year, so make sure that you're taking advantage of that. I do have some slots open for sessions next week, so you would have that delivered next week. So do make sure that you're checking all of that out if you are interested, again, on my website or in my Etsy shop. Services can only be booked on my website. All right, so let's see what is going on with the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Yep, the energy feels really good. It feels like there's been some shifts. It feels like things are changing. Do make sure that you check out the Ascension relationship reading as well. Don't skip any of the readings because we talk about Sacred Union energies, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energies in all of my readings because that's just what I do. But the Ascension relationship reading was powerful channeling, a little bit of a higher perspective for a higher understanding of what is happening. So if you want to understand what's happening in your physical relationship, in your physical connection, don't miss out on the Ascension readings because that gives you clarity, that gives you understanding, that gives you that higher perspective. As within, so without. Never forget that. The physical world is a hologram. It's a depiction of what we're experiencing energetically within us. So the more that we understand ourselves, the more we understand what's happening within us, the more we're understanding how that is pushing out or playing out in our physical world. So really make sure that you're checking out all of the readings, all the channelings. There's a lot of updates and energy updates and light language transmissions that will help to support you energetically on this journey, which will have an effect on your connection. We don't go into this connection. We might have thought this connection was all about relationship, but this connection is all about ascension, and you're doing this with your counterpart. You're doing this together. You are growing, you're evolving, you're expanding together. That's what this journey is all about. The physical connection that you've experienced with your counterpart is truly the icing on the cake, but we have to learn to dig deeper. We have to learn to go higher, to understand it is about the soul growth. It is about how we are living in our integrity, how we are learning how to be sovereign within ourselves, learning how to trust our own intuition and use that discernment. We are learning how to be the self-empowered self. That's what this journey really is all about. That's what Ascension really is all about. It's clearing all the old beliefs, the old templates, the old patterns, behaviors that just aren't aligned to love. You're clearing away anything that isn't aligned to love. And even if you think, oh, this is love, there are so many trauma templates and pain patterns and conditions that society has placed or ingrained in us, even from past lifetimes, that we are clearing to understand what love truly is, what divine love truly is, what sacred love truly is. That's what this journey really is all about. And the more you go within yourself and understand yourself, the more you clear any of those blocks to love, any of those false beliefs or false templates. Love is the relationship that you have with yourself, first and foremost. The relationship that you have with yourself, the relationship that you have with God, first and foremost. And then it then depicts in embodiment and physical relationship with your counterpart. Your counterpart is your ascension partner. They are helping you on this journey to explore more about yourself. So the more you understand that, the easier the journey becomes, because the more you're just surrendered to the energy of it all. So really important message that has been coming through for the past several weeks, the past several months. It's really time to shift the mind. It really is time to shift the heart. It really is time to open up to expansion. All right. Divine Masculine. Let's get a card for the Divine Masculine first, please. I want to get another shuffle. There we go. Divine Masculine, what's the current energy for the Divine Masculine, please? Just too many. Just one card, please. Just one card. What's the energy for the Divine Masculine, please? The energy for the Divine Masculine. Thank you. We have the Amber Star. Let go. I surrender and allow myself to grieve. Let's get a card for the Divine Feminine. Thank you. The Ancient Grandmother Teacher. I am the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. Okay, it's no coincidence. I've been saying this from the... I'm going to take this as well as a union energy. I've been saying this from the very beginning of my channel. When I talk about anecdotes, my own experiences, when I start hitting record, I begin channeling. That's my cue with Spirit to begin channeling. So it's no coincidence anything that I talk about or say, even in the beginning of my readings, even before I start pulling cards, because I don't even need the cards anymore. The cards, I've never needed the cards, to be honest. The cards are just a tool to focus the energy. They're just a tool to help to bring forth the messages and focus the energy. I say that because there's a lot that is happening right now energetically, and so the focus really is about ascension. Both of you are going through the deep, deep process of ascension, and it's almost like what I'm hearing is coming out the other side. So for some, this might have been dark nights. For others, this might have been tower moments. For others, this might have been a rebirth process. Could have been all. You could have experienced all of it, but this was a deep level of transformation for the next level of your ascension journey. Both of you have been experiencing this. I feel like I'm just going to read this all. I'm not going to go Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. I'm going to read this as one today. I feel like what's happening is you're both, because you're so aligned with each other, you're both going through this deep process of a surrender. Now, you might be experiencing it in different ways. That's where I want you guys to go and check out the Ascension Relationship reading that I just did, and also the previous Sacred Union Energy updates, because it will provide more clarity on the Divine Masculine versus the Divine Feminine. But this energy that I'm picking up on today is very merged, and that's the oneness. That's how you are as a sacred divine couple. You are experiencing this together, even if it might not look like it in the physical world. Know that energetically, as sacred partners, you are experiencing this together. You are healing together. You are making decisions together, making choices together from the highest perspective, from the higher self. You may not understand it physically. You might not be aware of it physically, but from the higher self, from the higher perspective, you are supporting each other. You are helping each other. You are guiding each other. You are doing this together energetically because you are that one energy, just in two physical embodiments. That is what these sacred partnerships are all about. If you are in not in a twin flame sacred partner relationship, if you're in a high vibrational soulmate relationship, you can resonate with this as well, because even if you're not that one energy, you're experiencing this as masculine and feminine polarities as well. So take it as it resonates for each of you. But for those of you who are the twin flames, who are the sacred partners, I don't like the labels anymore, but I'm kind of being called to reclaim the label. It has been really hijacked to focus on the physical, on the romance and all that stuff. That's the icing on the cake. That doesn't matter so much as ascension. The ascension is the important part. The expansion and the growth is the important part. That is why you are here. You are here for accelerated growth. That's why you came into this world as divine counterparts. Even if you are not both of you are incarnated, that is why you're experiencing the twin flame journey, the twin flame connection, or the sacred partner connection. It's because you are here for that growth, and through your own growth, you're helping the planet to realign, to ascend, to shift in its paradigm, to shift in its templates into higher consciousness. It is all about expansion and growing, evolving into that higher consciousness. So, with that being said, the energy that I'm getting here is both of you are going through this process of surrender and letting go. It's going to be a little bit different for each of you. I feel like for the divine masculines, they have really been going through this process of trusting their intuition. That is the feminine energy. They're learning how to surrender to the feminine energy. That's really important. That feels just so strong. They're learning how to surrender to the feminine energy. That means to surrender to you in a way, but their own feminine energy of trusting their intuition. Again, that's that discernment energy that has been coming through in the Ascension relationship reading. I'll put the link in the description box below. It's really important, I feel, that that message get out. It's really about discernment. These divine masculines are learning how to, because they've been in their ego for so long, they're really learning how to discern between what is their mind and ego and what is their heart, what is their soul, what is their intuition. And so as they do that, they're maybe subconsciously, maybe not consciously, surrendering to their own feminine energy. And as they surrender to their feminine energy, they're learning how to trust not only feminine energy as a whole, but you as their divine counterpart feminine. It's one in the same. The more they surrender to their own inner feminine, that's you. Because you are just the physical embodiment of their own feminine energy, but they had to go through this process of learning how to trust themselves, and that is why you needed to pull back. Divine feminines, that is why you needed to detach a little bit, why you were placed in that void energy, because divine masculines needed to go through that process of ascension and expansion and transformation in order to trust in the feminine energy within themselves. So with that, divine feminines, you are going into a deeper level of surrender as well. You're surrendering to your connection, your feminine energy, your connection to God's source, your connection to yourself, your connection to the universe, which is where you thrive. Masculine energy is very balanced. They're very very physical plane oriented. They are the ones who have that sense of stability, security. They're very present. They're very consistent, but all kind of anchored into the physical plane. Divine feminine energy is the one who is very connected to the higher realms, connected to God's source. Now remember, you have both energies within you. So we're not creating division. We're not saying, oh, the divine masculine is present and stable and physical, so I don't have to be. You have both energies within you. This is all about that inner union. This is all about that balance and recognition. And the more you reach that inner union within yourselves, of your own masculine energy being present within you, feeling secure within yourself, feeling stable within yourself, feeling very grounded within your physical world, in harmony with your connection with the universe, and trusting your intuition and allowing yourself to go with the flow and let things unfold, and allowing yourselves to receive and not just to give. The more you're in balance with that, the more you're in inner union, and the more you reach that inner union, the more you see that in your physical relationship with your counterpart. So, divine feminines, I feel like you're surrendering more to your connection with God. I've experienced this personally where I just feel so at home and connected to the higher realms. I feel so connected to God's source energy. I feel so connected to myself. And as a result of that, I feel so connected to my divine counterpart. And as a result of that, I'm actually seeing that within my physical connection with him. There is more peace, there is more harmony, there is more love that is expressed in balance, in equal reciprocity. So I feel like divine feminines are going through this kind of rebirth process, the surrendering process to God's source, recognizing the relationship that they have with God. And even healing any separation that was existing between themselves and God. And the more you heal that separation between yourself and God, the more you're healing separation energy as a whole. That is a union. We've been channeling since the very beginning of this YouTube channel for 3 years now, the Trinity energy. It is divine masculine, divine feminine, and God source. And they were showing it to me with the Three of Pentacles as this triangle. But then they began to say, no, it's not just that. It is merged. It's like a circle. It came to me as a circle. There is no beginning, there is no end. And when you level up in your ascension journey, you create another circle with your counterpart. So this one journey is you and your counterpart kind of going on your individual. You have this meeting, you have that instant recognition. You're going on your individual paths to grow and heal, triggering each other. For some, you experience this in physical separation. For some, you experience this in physical togetherness. But you experience triggers. You experience what that is. It's healing. It brings up all the soul sludge. It brings up all the gunk, all the old templates and old beliefs and false paradigms and all that stuff that just doesn't serve higher consciousness, that doesn't serve the energy of true divine love. You guys trigger each other out of love. And really use your own discernment as far as what your connection feels. If it is in any way abusive, if it is in any way lacking forgiveness, use your own discernment. Trust in your intuition. Trust in your heart what your connection is. You can only go by what you feel within, not by what is being shown, not by what is you're seeing, not by what other people are telling you. You have to trust your own intuition. I say that all the time. So, as you're healing, what's happening is, even though it might feel like you're far apart, like two separate sides of the circle, you're actually coming together. And this is that reunion energy, which we are in right now. And what happens is, as you reach that union energy, that reunion energy, reconciliation energy, that union energy, there is peace, there is harmony, there is love. You've reached the journey's end. This was a journey in and of itself. You've reached the journey's end. And now you start a new journey, a new level of ascension together. And what that does is it creates another circle, and that creates that infinity sign. That is who you are. You recognize the infinite nature of yourself, the infinite nature of your counterpart, the infinite nature of God's source, the infinite nature of love. That's where you are now if you're resonating with these messages. You are. And if you're not, check out the previous Sacred Union Energy updates for guidance on how to get here. What you're doing is you are actually reaching that harmonization point. Whoa, that's different. You're reaching the harmonization point. I've never channeled that before. You're reaching that point where union has really anchored in, is really settling in because of the journey that you had just completed. One journey completed, now you're beginning another in that place of harmony. And so with that surrender of the past journey, surrender of the past pain, surrender of the past template, surrender of who you were and who your counterpart was, allowing both of you to transform, allowing both of you to grow, allowing both of you to evolve, allowing your journey as a whole to evolve. As you're doing that, what's happening is you are becoming those teachers. And that can play out in a number of different ways in your physical reality, but that is who you are. You are shining the light. This is both of you together. I no longer hide my face. I step into my light with love. You are rising in light. You are rising in love. And this is the cosmic blueprint. This is the template of your relationship with your counterpart. This is why you are here. We channeled this a long time ago as well. The love, the power of that love that exists between you and your counterpart, as you reach that harmonization point, it just expands, expands, and expands to the point where it's like a supernova. It just explodes, and you birth new timelines, you birth new galaxies, you birth new templates around love, new understandings around love. And that is how you're shifting the consciousness of the entire planet through that love, stepping into the light, becoming guides, teachers, way showers. It's going to be different in a number of different ways, but how you are a teacher is through the embodiment of the love that you are. This is showing the world what it's like to live in your integrity, to be sovereign, independent, while also receiving love and support from others. It's that interdependence, it's that balance, it's that harmony. You are learning and showing the world what it is to uphold healthy boundaries, to have healthy attachment, to take care of the self and not sacrifice the self, but to be in that place of balance, of giving and receiving. You are embodying this energy now, and through your embodiment, you are showing the world there is a different way of living. There's a different way of loving. That is what you're doing together, through your love, through this journey. But it starts with you individually. You embody this individually, and then you come together in the physical to express this as the relationship template. But first, it starts as the self template. Okay, let's do this. Let's get... I keep getting visions of this deck, so let's do this. We're going to use this deck, and we're just going to get a little bit more about this. This is not the Sacred Union Energy update I expected, but we go where we go. Let's get Divine Masculine, please. Divine Masculine energy. What do we need to know for the Divine Masculine? Oh, that's too much. I'm seeing 10 of Cups, King of Swords, Ace of Cups, 5 of Cups. I'm not going to take those, but I am seeing those. So it does feel like there is a lot of transformation. There is a lot of love that is being brought forth, and I'm also getting expression of that love. Really feels like that 5 of Cups, they're working through remorse, they're working through where they held themselves back, they're working through surrender is what I'm hearing. So there is a lot of transformation that's coming forth here. I feel like this Magician energy with the King of Wands really feels like taking the reins for themselves, really learning how to step into their own self, step into their own life, step up for themselves. I feel like this Divine Masculine really held themselves back. With this 8 of Cups, I feel like they've been on this journey of self-discovery, walking away from old versions of themselves, walking away from anything that doesn't serve them anymore, really going deep within. This 8 of Cups has this energy of the Hermit, really going deep within to understand themselves better, to see where they were holding themselves back, to see where they were still running old pain templates, old pain patterns, and how they can make that change. And as they're learning to make that change, I feel like they are really almost like taking control of their own lives, recognizing that they can't control other people, but they can control themselves. This Magician energy with the King of Wands has an energy of self-mastery, recognizing that they have all the tools, that they have learned so much about themselves, and they have everything they need to step into this King of Wands energy and take action for themselves. This King of Wands is very passionate, but I'm also getting an energy of very level-headed, very balanced, very stable, very secure. This isn't just passion and moving forward with that passion and making it reckless. This feels like a very King of Pentacles energy, but the King of Pentacles, I just wanted to see if it was there. It's like it's not showing itself because even though there's balance and stability here, this is all about action. And I really feel like that's where the Divine Masculine is. It's all about action. Really making decisions for themselves. Okay, what do I want the next level of my life to look like? What action do I need to take to get there? I feel like this Divine Masculine had kind of held themselves back in taking any action. They had been too much in their minds. They had been too much in trying to control their environment, trying to manipulate others or manipulate the environment, not out of a place of cruelty, but because that's all they knew. That's how they knew. That was a false toxic masculine template that they were still running. And now they're recognizing through this journey that there's another way of being because of their surrender, especially to the feminine energy. They're learning how to trust their intuition, and they're recognizing, oh, this feels better. This feels like a new way of being. They've really opened up their heart, expanded their heart. And through that, they've been expanding their connection to themselves. And from that place, there's a renewed sense of balance, a renewed sense of security, a renewed sense of what it means to take action for themselves. And I feel like it's almost like they were stuck in like a planning stage. This is what I want for my life, but I don't know how to get there. I don't know how to take that first step. This is them taking that first step. So for some, this is business. For some, this is career. For some, this is new jobs. Wanting that for themselves, wanting to take action for themselves because they're renewing the confidence in themselves. For others, this could be ending relationships or starting new relationships. For others, this could be healing family dynamics. For even others still, this could be finances. Whatever it is, home life, whatever it is, this is them really stepping up, not in a place of resistance, not in a place of rigidity, not in a place of control, but in a place of leadership. And that message has been coming in over the past several weeks. This feels like the divine masculine is learning how to be a leader, to not control, to communicate and work with others. That's what a true leader does. A true leader works and compromises with others, but without sacrificing themselves. A true leader knows how to find that balance. That's what's happening here. They are learning how to take action for themselves in partnership with others. And it feels really, really good. And I feel like it's because they've been on this journey of self-discovery. It does feel like they're still in this process. It still feels kind of like a cocoon energy, but they are learning through this process. They're learning to surrender. They are learning to take action. They're learning how to understand their own self-mastery, how to understand their own self. So it does feel like there's a little bit of a pause, a little bit of break here. But it's not a pause energetically. There is so much that is aligning, that is being processed, that insight that's coming in right now. And I do feel like over the next few months, November feels like a really pivotal month for action. It does feel like there's going to be steps taken. It does feel like there's going to be action taken. It does feel like they are really, really taking leadership for their life, recognizing that they can't let other people take it or do it for them. It's interesting. It's the energy of nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to save you. Nobody's going to just come in as that white knight. It's the you save yourself, but not from a place of nobody's going to do it, so I have to do it myself. I know I just said that, but it's this energy of recognizing that you have the support, you have the community behind you. You take action for yourself, and then everything aligns to then support you. That's what it's all about. It's about recognizing I don't have to do it all by myself, but I do have to take that first step. I do have to take action for myself. I do have to take leadership for my life. And then the universe comes in and provides me with opportunities and people and community to believe in me, support me, encourage me to continue taking that lead, to continue taking action. That's what's happening now. It's not the over-masculinated energy of I have to do everything myself. And it's not the passive energy of I'm not doing anything. It's learning how to take leadership for yourself and then surrendering to the alignment. You're still taking action, but it's a beautiful balance of leadership and receiving support. That's the give and receive. Take action, but allow yourself to open up to the opportunities that come from you taking that next step. It's like when you take that first step, the universe recognizes that step and provides opportunities for you to keep going on your path. That's what the Divine Masculine is realizing now. Okay, what's the Divine Feminine experiencing? Two of Cups. She's experiencing the inner union. She's experiencing the oneness. She's experiencing the balance and the harmony. And she's experiencing the love. She is really feeling the connection between the counterparts because she's really experiencing the connection within herself. What is the Divine Feminine experiencing right now? What's the current energy for the Divine Feminine? The Eight of Pentacles. And one more. Thank you. And the Queen of Cups. She is just in her place of power. She's in the Queen of Cups energy is just a place of open-heartedness. Nurturing herself, loving herself, and through loving herself, when you have that full cup for yourself, you're able to extend that to the world. You can't love with an empty cup. If you're not loving yourself, then you're just empty and drained, and loving other people just feels like sacrifice, and you're draining yourself. But the more she is filled And I feel like that's coming from that inner union energy. She's feeling connected to her counterpart. That's filling her up. She is, whether you're in physical communication or not, it's the energy of it. And especially the connection to God's source. Feeling that connection to God's source is filling her up with so much love. And that is just having this expansive energy, this expansive nature. And I feel like that's where her focus is. She's kind of just focused on the connection, that oneness, that unity energy. And it's interesting, it's not just union energy between the counterparts, it's that unity energy, that oneness with all. She's just feeling so connected, divinely connected to all. And it's through that she is creating, she is building, she is manifesting, energetically or otherwise. It's coming from this place of inner peace, inner harmony, inner joy, just feeling so full. And I feel like by her focusing on that energy, it's just helping all of this come into alignment. I'm going to try to get more on that, on the feminine energy, in a separate reading, in a new reading, hopefully this weekend, if not next week. I do want to explore the feminine energy a little bit more as well. Okay, so where is the Divine Masculine when it comes to this connection? This is my Journey of the Heart deck, available in my Etsy shop. Where is the Divine Masculine when it comes to this connection? Temperance. Patience is required at this stage of your journey. You and your partner are transmuting old energy and healing within the sacredness of your love for each other. This is a beautiful energy because temperance energy is a union energy. It's an energy of alchemization. And I feel like that's what's happening now. I feel like that's what the surrender energy is. That's what this shining your light is. That's what this becoming the embodiment, becoming the example is. You are really going through the process of ascension, and through that process you are alchemizing, transmuting anything that isn't aligned to love. So I feel like divine counterparts, it doesn't necessarily feel like waiting. You don't have to wait. That's not the energy of patience. It's the energy of process. It is unfolding. It is the process of unfolding. This is what is happening now. So allowing it to unfold, allowing the surrender to continue, allowing the growth to continue, because that is all helping this connection come together in the physical, as you dream of it, as you want it, because you both dream of it. You both want this connection in the physical. For some, this will be marriage. For others, this will be some kind of partnership. For others, this will be family. Whatever that looks like to you, whatever family, marriage, partnership looks like to you, whatever physical relationship looks like to you, you both dream of this. You both want this. You're both heading towards this. This is unfolding, but it's the process of growth that is bringing that to fruition, that is making that manifest. And so I feel like that's what's happening now. There's a transmuting of the old that's happening. Again, that energy of self-discovery, letting go of the old versions of self, really stepping to the new energy. That transition, that process is happening all at once. The letting go and the stepping into the new, the King of Wands energy here is happening all at once. So I feel like just keep allowing this to unfold, because it's a process that's happening now. Divine Feminines. Divine Feminines. The Five of Wands. There's external conflict or competition being experienced within this connection. Look at the situation from a higher perspective and open your heart space to return to an energy of love. I feel like with the Three of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck, I'm just going to hold that up for you guys if you want to read it. With that energy here, what I'm feeling is, if you guys had experienced any kind of external or internal conflict within this connection, or that was influencing this connection, or that felt like an obstacle or a challenge within this connection, that is clearing because of your open heart space, because you are opening that heart, because you are connecting more deeply to yourself and to God's source. That's your surrender, Divine Feminines. What's happening is the conflict is clearing. The path is clearing. Because you're able to really trust in your intuition, no matter what the physical world is showing you, because you're able to come back to that place of peace, no matter what, that place of faith and knowing, no matter what, because you are connected so deeply to God, no matter what, the conflict, the path is clearing here. Because you are in the energy of love, because you are embodying the energy of love, and love is God's source. God is you. All right. Whew, that felt very, very strong. I just want to get one more card for your union energy. What's the card for their union energy? One last message. What do they need to know, please, Spirit? What do they need to know? The Seven of Pentacles. I love that energy. And the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck as well, paired with the Seven of Pentacles. This is what you're planting, the seeds that you are planting. You're planting that happiness. You're planting that wish fulfillment. You and your partner are planting the seeds for your future. Continue to have patience for the growth occurring in this relationship. Your dreams are manifesting. Perfect confirmation of everything we just channeled. Everything that we just talked about. This is about growth. This is about expansion in the energy of love. All right, you guys, I'm sending you so much love, so much light, and we'll see you next time. Bye.